Story time. So picture this. It's the last week of high school, right? I spent all of March and April doing competitions. I was working. I was busy. Was I winning competitions? No. But I was in them. So, so here comes May. It's the last week of high school. And I'm like, oh my God, I get to enjoy my last week of high school. Nothing to worry about. I get to relax and chill. And the first period, I get news that someone in our theater class came down with COVID. And I'm like, okay, nothing to worry about. Oh wait, I woke up with a sore throat. Brilliant. So I go to the nurse's office and I get a test because I'm a good Samaritan. So my test comes back negative as I suspected. And then right before I leave, the wonderful nurse lady says, hey, can we take your temperature as a precaution? I'm like, sure. And they take my temperature, fever. I literally felt fine. They sent my butt home. Anyway, so I'm sitting at home and I'm like, if I'm diseased right now, I'm not going to be able to come back to school and I'm going to miss my entire last week of high school. You have to remember, I've literally been busy throughout the entire school year. I have not had a week just to chill out. So this was frustrating. So I come back on Tuesday after enough time has passed or whatever. And then on Wednesday, I wake up pink eye. Pink eye. Are you... So I go to the doctor and the doctor's like, yeah, babe, you have pink eye. And I'm like, am I in some sort of social experiment? Like, what is going on? And it's not even that these diseases are bad. Like, it's a mild fever and a disease that 5-year-olds get. And like, I wasn't in pain or anything. I was just contagious, so I couldn't go to school. And I literally missed more school on the last week of my senior year than I did every single year combined up to this point. Like, what is going on? Like, come on. God's playing tricks on me, girl. I was literally prepared to go into school with sunglasses on. Like, I'm not missing the last day of school. Absolutely not. Was it that groundbreaking? No. But imagine if I spent the last day of school sitting in my bed with some pink eye. Like, long story short, I was cleared to come back. Everything was fine, and I laugh about it now. So how was your last week of high school?
Story time! Okay, so this happened while I was still in school. So I was in 6th grade at the time, and it was around the time when COVID started, so I had to go to online school for a few months. And also because my mom didn't want me to go to regular school. So some time passed and my mom finally let me go back to school. When I got back, I saw all of my regular friends, but I also noticed that there was a new kid. I soon found out that the kid wasn't actually new, he was just held back a year, so he had to do 6th grade all over again. So me and the new kid shared a class together, and one day my teacher wasn't there, so we all had to split into different groups with different teachers. Me, my boy best friend, and the new kid were all in the same group together. While we were all in class, my boy best friend looks at me and he's like, hey, you don't have a boyfriend, do you? And I answered no. He then looked at the new kid and they started laughing. Later that day, I saw my boy best friend in the hallway, so I asked him what that was all about. He then proceeded to tell me that the new kid liked me. So the next day, my teacher wasn't there again, so we all had to go into the same group again. I noticed that the new kid was a lot more flirtatious today. At the end of class, he asked for my number and I gave it to him, and we talked every day for about a week. But after talking for a bit, we both ended up finding out that we were actually cousins. We were so perfect for each other, and the next day, my boy best friend had the audacity to ask me how it went between us.
Story time about my old school. So I don't know if you guys know what a Montessori school is, but basically it's like this private school, but like their way of teaching is like work at your own pace and stuff. But basically, like, we didn't really do anything. And, like, the reason I went to the school is because my second cousin owned it and all my cousins went there, so, yeah. And there's about, like, 80 kids in the entire school, like, all together. And it went from, like, infants, like, little babies to, like, 8th grade. And I was in 4th grade at this time. And, okay, so there was, like, kids, like, in 4th grade or older, like, that would just walk around the hall, like, completely naked, like, butt naked, I'm not even kidding. And then also, in our bathroom, in the girls' bathroom, there was no doors on the stalls except the staff bathroom, and we couldn't use that. In one of the many instances, this is not the main one I'm going to talk about, but anyway, one of the things was one time I had to go to the bathroom really bad, and I used to avoid going to the bathroom because, like, I didn't want to go with no door. But one day I just had to go really bad, so I went in the stall and I was just, like, doing my business. And then my teacher walks in, and she looks at me, like, stares at me, and she said, are you almost done? But the main thing that I was going to talk about was the time that I really had to go to the bathroom so bad, and all the other stalls were being used. So I had to go in the staff bathroom, because I was literally about to go in my pants. And keep in mind, I was in 4th grade. And then I was just, like, in the staff stall, and then the girl next to me, she was in 3rd grade. I guess she got mad at me or something. But anyway, She grabbed my ankles. Not even kidding, I could not make this up. She grabs my ankles and pulls me out of the stall in the middle of me doing my business. And I didn't have time to pull my pants up. Like, what was I supposed to do? So I'm like freaking out and I don't even know what to do because I'm just so scared. I'm like, and she's dragging me out, like under the stall. Like, she's dragging me onto the bathroom floor and she pulls me off the toilet. She was pretty strong too. And so then I like go on, like she pulls me into the main bathroom floor. I'm like laying there and I'm scared and I just stand up and I pull my pants up and I like look around. I'm like, what? But yeah, there's so many other stories. So if y'all want another one, then let me know. I don't really know what happened after that though. Like, I think I told my teacher, but I don't remember. Anyways, yeah, that's it. Let me know if you want more. Bye.
The time I got in trouble at recess. I was in school. We used to go outside in the winter even when it was snowy and cold. And the fourth graders that had gone outside before us made this giant snowball. It was a really big snowball. One of the kids in my class asked me to put him inside the snowball. So he climbed in. And he said, bury me. So I grabbed some snow and I covered the top of the snowball with the snow. So I covered his head with the snow. And then I start hearing him screaming that he can't get out. So I'm panicking and I go to get the recess aide. Well, long story short, they got him out of the snowball. Or ice ball. Parents came to the school. It was a whole thing. He told them that I pushed him in the snowball and covered him in the snow, which was a vicious lie. He totally asked to be put in there. Tell the story, don't put the kid in the snowball, even if he asks you to, because you're gonna get in trouble.
I just remembered something from my childhood. So one time in 5th grade, right, I got my report card. My dad picks me up from school. My dad sucks, by the way. That's all the backstory you need. So he picks me up. He gets this report card, and we had quarters in 5th grade. So quarter 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then quarter 1, I got a pretty bad grade in math because I am terrible at math. And so he looks at this report card, starts screaming obscenities at a 10-year-old me. You're going to get a better grade next time. You better look at me right now. Tell me you're going to give a better grade next time. And I was like, yes, I'll get a better grade next time. I'm sorry. Like, you know, you better get a better grade next time. I swear to God, Avery, if you don't get a better grade, you better swear to me that you get a good grade. And I said, what? And he grabs me by the shoulder. This man dead ass looks me right in my face and goes, swear to me! And I, of course, the 10-year-old me starts bursting out laughing, which just got me the belt. But it's funny to think that my dad was basically a manipulative, abusive version of Batman.
Story time! One day I had a student try to slap me. I obviously blocked them, but I also reprimanded him. I told him that kind of behavior was unacceptable and I'd be talking to both his parents and admin. I did have the intention of contacting both parties after school, but I got busy with my sick daughter in the hospital. She wasn't doing well and she really needed me, so I took a sick day so I could be there by her side. While I was at the hospital, my admin called me screaming, saying I scared the student when I reprimanded him. I told admin I'd never raised my voice, but I did tell the kid who tried to slap me that wasn't okay. But of course, admin wasn't happy I upset the kid, so both they and the parents demanded I come to the school and apologize. I told them my situation and where I was, but they didn't care. Apparently, that should have been my utmost priority. The mom was so pissed I wouldn't leave my daughter to go talk to her son, she had him transferred to another school. And because my principal was actually mad at me for it, I transferred to